Students, in this video I am going to discuss quadratic form and then we will develop the sufficient condition for the extremum. So what is a quadratic form? So a quadratic form denoted by capital Q of n variables is a quadratic homogeneous polynomial of this form. Here Q is a function of x1, x2, xn, this quadratic form, which is equals to a11 x1 whole square plus a12 x1 x2 mixture term plus and so on plus a1n x1 xn. Now the second one is plus a21 x2 x1. That means here we are taking this type of term depending upon the subscript. Here the subscript of a is 2 1. So first we are taking x2 and then x1. Similarly here a22 means x2 into x2. Similarly here a2n, that means x2 into xn is multiplied by this. Similarly the last an1, that means xn into x1 multiplied by an1. Similarly an2 is multiplied by xn into x2 and last term is ann into xn whole square. Fine. When you rewrite this in terms of summation, then this will be double summation because we are having two product of two terms, xn, for example xn and x1. So similarly in general we are having product xi xj type. So one is summation over I and another one is on j. I varies from 1 to n, j varies from 1 to n, and here we are rewriting this because each pair, every term you can see that we are having three terms. One is xi, xj and aij. So this is written here xi, aij and xj. In short, we can rewrite this as in vector form is x transpose ax. So Q basically quadratic form is of the form x transpose ax, where A is nothing but the matrix. A is basically the matrix aij of the size n cross n. Similarly, what is x? X is basically x1, x2, xn transpose. Fine. So this is the terms. Now here we further rewrite because we will see through example that this in general is not a symmetric matrix. Here A is not a symmetric matrix. So what is our aim is to make this quadratic form or to rearrange all these terms in such a way that the corresponding matrix which will come here will be a symmetric matrix. So to do that, basically we assume this Cij is Aij plus Aj, because if you will see there here, for example x2 into x1 and here we are having x1 into x2, so both these terms are same. So we can add these two, a12 into a21 and then divide by 2, so that the half part is related to this term and half part is related to this term, and in that case both will be same. हम क्या करेंगे, x1 x2 x1 x2 both are same, so इन दोनों को ऐड कर लेंगे, उसको दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर देंगे, एक पार्ट को हम यहाँ लगा देंगे, एक पार्ट को हम यहाँ लगा देंगे, so that we are having symmetric matrix. And similarly we can extend this concept. So this is the reason here. So aij plus aji is divided by 2 and then the quadratic form is rewritten as this. This is nothing but x transpose. In place of a, now we are having this matrix C and here is x, where this is C, this should be C, this should be C. So here Cij is Cji and C transpose is equal to C, that's why this is a symmetric matrix. Fine. So let's see how to apply this concept. So this is a quadratic form. You can see that every term is of order 2. Here x1 square order 2, x2 square order 2. This is a mixture term, but there are only two products, x1 and x2. So again power will be 2. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So ultimately in quadratic form we are having terms having power 2. Fine. So now this is rewritten as this. This is x transpose, this is x, and now this is your A, initial A. initial a. So how to write down this a? So let's see. x1 is square, coefficient is 10, which is written here because this is a11. So this is a11. Now a12 is basically the product term x1 into x2. So here we have x1 into x2 and the coefficient is 2. So write down here. In the second row, this term will be a21 and a21 is x2 into x1. Since we have already written x1 x2 here, so there will be no extra term having x2 x1. So that's why I written 0. Now this term is basically a22. a22 means x2 square coefficient. So x2 square coefficient is 4. So this is written here. Fine. So now you can see that this is not a symmetric matrix. So now we will convert this matrix into symmetric matrix so that, so how to do that? Basically we will take this term x1 x2, its coefficient is 2. So now divide this 2 into two parts. So that's means one part is 1, another part is again 1. So we will break this into two parts. एक 1 को हम यहाँ लगा देंगे, एक 1 को यहाँ लगा देंगे, and total sum will be 2. And this is written here. So ultimately, and these two terms 10 and 4 they will be as it is same. यानी diagonal ऐसा ही रहेगा, off diagonal में ये changes हम करेंगे. So we have done it. So 2 को हमने दो पार्ट में ब्रेक किया, एक को यहाँ लगाया, एक को यहाँ लगाया. So ultimately this is now a symmetric matrix. So ultimately in quadratic form we will try to write down our this matrix as a symmetric matrix. Fine. Now the sign of quadratic form. So we are having 5 cases: positive definite, positive semi-definite, negative semi-definite, and then indefinite. How to locate this or how to find out this? Let's see. If qx is positive for all x not equals to 0, and when x is 0 its value is 0, then this type of quadratic form is positive definite. यानी वो हमेशा ही पॉजिटिव रहेगी वेन एवर एक्स इज नॉन जीरो, और जैसे ही एक्स जीरो होगा उसकी वैल्यू जीरो हो जाए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस केस, you put x1, any x1, either positive or negative, here x2 either positive or negative. Ultimately the calculation will provide you positive values, except when x1 and x2 both are 0. When both are 0, ultimately qx will be 0. That means this condition holds. So this is positive definite. Similarly, positive semi-definite, this condition as it is hold except first one. Here equality holds. That means there are some terms when x is not 0 but still the value of qx will be 0. Rest of the things are same. For example here, x1 and x2, if you put x1 is equal to x2 is equal to minus x1, for example, minus x1, when you put x2 is equal to minus x1, then this will be 0. And x1 equal to minus x2 may be possible for non-zero x1. For example, x1 is suppose x1 is 2 and then x2 is minus 2. When you substitute these values here, then the ultimately term will be 0, but you will see that x is x1 x2. So this is 2 minus 2. This is non-zero, this is not 0, this is not 0, and hence this condition holds. So this is positive semi-definite. Now the negative definite. In negative definite, qx is always negative for any x not equal to 0, and 0 when x is 0. For example here, this term, whatever be your x except 0, every time you will get a negative value. When x is 0, that means x1 x2 both are 0, then this will give you 0. So this condition holds. So this is negative definite. Similarly, just like in positive semi-definite, here is a semi-definite case. Qx is less than equal to 0 when x is not 0 and qx is 0, and the related answer is this. Example is this. Here you will, when you put x1 is for example 1, x2 is minus 1, then this will be 0. Otherwise this will always negative value. When x1 x2 both are 0, then you will get the 0 value. So that's why this is a negative semi-definite. And then indefinite. Indefinite means you are not able to write down qx is greater than equal to 0 or qx is less than equal to 0. That means for some values of x, qx is positive, and for some values of x, qx will be negative less than equal to 0. For example here, x1 x2 plus x2 whole square. For some values of x1 x2, this term will be positive. For some values this term will be negative. So that's why this is indefinite case. Fine. But here we have taken very simple example, x1 and x2, two variable problems. But if the number of variables increases, then this to find out the definiteness of a quadratic form is not so simple. That's why we are having two methods. One is minor based, another one is eigenvalues based. So that we can easily identify the sign of the quadratic form. Fine. So now first method is minor based. So the symmetric matrix, because you will see that in the last example, here we will get a symmetric quadratic form is written in terms of a symmetric matrix. So here the symmetric matrix Aij of order n cross n or the quadratic form x transpose Ax is positive definite if and only if first order minor, which is nothing but the A11, this A11, because when you write down this A, this, when you expand this, so you will get a matrix. A is A11, A12, A1n, A21, A22, A2n, and so AN1, AN2, ANN. This is your A. So here first order minor means this A11, second order minor means this minor 2 of 3 order means this 3 order, and so n of order will be nothing but the determinant of A. Fine. So this will be the meaning of minor. So here is the minor. First order minor means A11. This should be positive. D2 second order minor A12, A1, A11, A12, A21, A22. This determinant, this should be positive. Similarly, the third order minor means 3 by 3 matrix and then take its determinant. This should be positive. And nth order means determinant of A. This should be positive. All these values should be positive. Then we will say that our quadratic form is positive definite. Fine. Now if among these all minors, if at least one minor is 0, then we will say that this is positive semi definite. सभी माइनर में से सब पॉजिटिव हो लेकिन कम से कम एक जो है वो 0 हो तो ये कहलाएगी पॉजिटिव सेमी डेफिनिट. नाउ द नेगेटिव डेफिनिट, दिस इज द नेगेटिव डेफिनिट. सो इन हियर नेगेटिव डेफिनिट मीन्स फर्स्ट माइनर शुड बी नेगेटिव, दिस इज कंपल्सरीली नेगेटिव, then positive, then negative, then positive. So alternately negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Fine. So last will be minus 1 raised to the power n dn should be positive. If so, then we can say that this is negative definite. And among these, if at least one of them will be 0, then this is called negative semi definite. And if neither positive definite, neither positive semi definite, neither negative definite nor negative semi definite, then indefinite. That means if none of these, then we can say that indefinite. Fine. So this is one method. Now the second method is based on eigenvalues. So here we are having a matrix A, symmetric matrix obviously, and suppose we will find out its eigenvalues, and these eigenvalues are denoted by lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda n. Then the matrix A of the quadratic form x transpose Ax is positive definite if all the eigenvalues are positive, negative definite if all the eigenvalues are negative, positive semi definite if all the values are greater than equals to 0. That means at least one lambda eigenvalue will be 0. Negative semi definite, all the eigenvalues are less than equal to 0 and at least one eigenvalue will be 0. And if none of the case, that means either some eigenvalues are positive, some are negative, then indefinite. This is indefinite. You are not able to find out the exact sign. Indefinite means this. Fine. So let's see the examples. Examples are this. Here, first is this. We have already taken this example in our previous case. So we are taking all those cases here. We are taking same examples here, but we will use these methods, minor and eigenvalue based for easy understanding. Let's see. So this is the same case. This is written here. This is a symmetric matrix. You will see here. What is the first order minor? Method number 1. This is the first order minor 1, which is positive. Second order minor means determinant of this. So determinant of this will be 3, so which is positive. So this is positive, this is positive, that's why positive definite. Now we will apply the second method, that means eigenvalue method. So for eigenvalue, we know that the characteristic equation is given by magnitude of A minus lambda I is equal to 0, where I is the identity matrix, lambda is the eigenvalue, A is the matrix. So this is your matrix. A minus lambda I will be 1 minus lambda, 0, 0, 3 minus lambda. Find out the determinant of this. So we are getting 1 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. That means lambda will be 1 and 3, and both are positive values. That's why this is a positive definite matrix. Fine. Now the second example. For example, here second example, x1 plus x2 whole square. When you expand this, you will get this term. So here this is x1 x2, this is x1 x2, this is x1 x transpose, this is x. Now this is your A, which is a symmetric, which should be a symmetric matrix. So here the coefficient of x1 whole square is 1, so which is written here. The coefficient of x2 whole square, which is nothing but a22, is written here. Here x1 x2, we will break the coefficient of x1 x2 into two equal parts. One part is written here, another part is written here. So we will divide this 2 into two parts. So that means 1 and 1. So one part is written here, one part is written here. Fine. So this is a symmetric matrix. And now apply method number 1. So D1 means this first order determinant minor. So this will be positive. Second order minor, the determinant of this matrix is 0. So this is positive, this is 0. That means semi-definite, positive semi-definite, because one minor is 0 and other one is positive. Now the method number 2 based on the eigenvalues. So here is find out the eigenvalue of this. So we are getting 0 and 2, both one is positive, another one is 0. That's why again positive semi-definite. Fine. So this is the method. Similarly you can do the, and you will see last case. I am showing you the last case here. Last case, x1 x2 into x2 whole square, indefinite case. So this is the matrix. So here coefficient of x1 square is 0, so 0, x2 square is 1, so 1, and here x1 x2 coefficient is 1, so 1 will be divided into two parts, half and half. So one half is here, one half is here. So this is the symmetric matrix. Now find out the minor. First order minor is 0, so this is written here. Second order minor means its determinant, which is negative. So one is 0 and another one is negative. Fine. So here first minor is not, you will see that this is indefinite. Why this is indefinite? Why this is not negative definite? Because in negative definite the condition is that first term should be negative. Here is we have 0, neither negative nor positive. This is both negative as well as positive. But in negative case this should be negative. Compulsorily this should be negative, but here we are having a 0 term, and you will see that in negative definite case first is negative, another one should be positive. So if suppose this is 0, then this should be actually positive. If this should be positive, this is 0, then we can say that this is in this, then maybe, because in that case this condition also holds. In that case, if this is so, then this is also possible. Here is positive, here is positive. If this is 0, then second may be positive, then still we are getting positive definite. यानी अगर ये टर्म हमारा 0 हो गया तो अब हमारे पास D2 के चांसेस 2 हैं. अगर ये पॉजिटिव हुआ तो ये पॉजिटिव हो सकता है, लेकिन अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस नेगेटिव डेफिनेट अगर ये भी 0 हो गया तो फिर ये पॉजिटिव हो गया तो तब उस केस में भी पॉजिटिव. सो ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर हैविंग इनडेफिनिट. That's why this is indefinite. Fine. Now here find out the eigenvalue. So first find out the characteristic equation, solve this problem, and ultimately eigenvalues are these. One is this, another one is this, and when you will solve this, this is positive, this is negative. So that's why A is indefinite. So this is indefinite. Fine. Now we are having sufficient condition for extrema. So we will develop this sufficient condition in the next video.